We're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Darius Davis to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Herbert on 1st down. That's a catch for Hayden Hurst. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 5. Completed to Hurst. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Herbert now off the play fake. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And the Commanders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Has a man, it's Brown. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there. You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vance Tressway. Oh my, they're faking it on their opening drive. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. A couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at first down here. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Finding Hurst. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap to Herbert. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's the first give to Gus Edwards. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Working quickly here. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Chargers driving. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing now, Herbert. He brings it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Daniels from the pistol. Search. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 18-yard line.
Another try following the sack. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Christian Fulton the one to bring him down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready.
Play fake here, Daniels. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's enough for a 1st down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
Come on. Set. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Again, Daniels to the air. Looking right, and he finds him. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Now Daniels off the play action. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This throw is cut. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down from the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. A give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Offense in the hurry up here. Herbert from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. His return starts at the 5. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And they steal it back on the return. No, we just don't see kick.
Good game. You know it was cheating me anyway.
Nearly as often as we used to, Brock, which makes impact plays on them like that so much rarer.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
The give here on second. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead in a close game. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
59. Ready?
He's back to throw. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
They'll probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Set. 380. Hey, ram. 59. Go.
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels. He's going deep this time. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions.
Whoops.
Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line.
Oopsie.
Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. The 40. Into the red zone. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. On return, here comes Davis. Returns looking good so far. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped.
Yeah,
at
go
the
left to
end
the
of
left.
it.
That's too easy.
Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Home to try.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Rolling into enemy territory. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Hey, OP. Set. 12. Let's go. Hey. Set.
Herbert now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's got Quentin Johnson, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Chargers can rest easy with a 3-score lead.
12.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good game, my boy.